Hey there Star Wars fans, and welcome to another Bossk's Bounty video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Black Series 6-inch Luke Skywalker Death Star Escape. Okay then guys, so this is a Target exclusive 6-inch figure, part of the Black Series, and let's take a look at the box. Now we'll come on to the figure in a minute, but I just want to take a quick look at the artwork now. This is the first time that I've had a Black Series figure where I've thought that the artwork actually doesn't represent the figure too well. At the end of the day, I don't like to criticise people's artwork because obviously, you know, they're a talented lot, you know. I'm never going to be able to produce anything like this, but if we're looking at that image of Luke Skywalker, I don't think anyone can actually say that actually does look like Mark Hamill. It looks more to me like something out of, I don't know, Final Fantasy or something. But nevertheless, you know, it is the standard black and red box for the Black Series. There is no number on the side because it is an exclusive. And then again, we get the same image on the back and a little bit of information about Luke Skywalker there, which you can pause the video and quickly read if you like. Alright then, so let's crack this open and let's have a look at the figure. Alright then, so let's first of all have a look at the head sculpt on this figure, because obviously that is the main point of this figure. It's Luke Skywalker in a stormtrooper disguise, but obviously it's from the Death Star escape bit in the trash compactor, so they've obviously slicked back his hair there to give it that wet effect, which they've done a really good job on. So there's some nice different colourings in there. So we've got a bit of brown and a bit of blonde and a bit of muddy sort of colour as well to make it look like these just come out of that swampy trash compactor mess. However, I have to say that the face on this figure, I don't know, they just don't seem to be able to get Luke Skywalker right in these figures, and this one's no exception. At some stages where you turn his face, you can occasionally see it, but I don't know, there's just something wrong with the mouth area there. It's not quite right. Yeah, so I don't know whether you agree. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this facial sculpt and facial deco that they've done on this figure. You know, it's a difficult one because obviously this sort of thing would be quite hard for them to do really. But I think it's just the actual sculpt of the face really, rather than the decor. I just don't think they've got the shape of his face right. There's something going on with his nose and his lip there, which isn't quite right. They've actually painted the underside of his lip there, which makes the shadowing not so great. Apart from that, it's a standard looking figure really in terms of the stormtrooper outfits. As you can see, it's the same sculpt that they've used many times on a lot of their figures recently. Obviously, you've got the extra added bonus of some weathering and some dirtiness that they've put on him there. Obviously, he's supposed to have just come from the trash compactor where he went underwater and got all muddy and everything. And there's a bit more down there on his legs and on his knee joints there. I think they could have done a bit more really. Obviously, there's no weathering at all on the back of his legs up or there. The first bit that you get is actually just on the lower back there. Apart from that, he is pretty clean all the way. So it's only really the front that they've actually taken the time to give you that weathering. Now, this figure comes with 3 accessories. So the first accessory is his blaster. I'll just take this out of his hand. Let's have a quick look at the blaster. That looks like a standard E11 blaster to me, with a little bit of silver decor there. It's just your standard black plastic with the silver weathering, as I just mentioned. So that's just a standard blaster there, so nothing too much to say about that. You also get his little comlink there, which I think is quite nice. But it is very small. It is literally just a tiny piece of plastic, but it does actually have that nice sort of grip effect on it. So it is quite screen accurate. But obviously you've got to be really careful that you might lose that. But it does fit in his hand nicely, so you can recreate that movie scene of him calling C-3PO. So we can just put it in his hand here now. So it does fit quite nicely there, as you can see. So you can hold it up to his mouth like that, which looks quite good.
Shut down all the garbage bags on the detention level, will ya?
The other accessory that you did get is obviously the Stormtrooper helmet as well. So again, we've got some nice weathering going on the helmet itself. And to me, this looks pretty much like a standard Stormtrooper helmet, apart from that. And it goes nicely onto his head, as you can see. Now, I haven't actually got another Stormtrooper to hand to actually compare, but I would imagine that this helmet is just slightly larger than a standard Stormtrooper helmet, because obviously it's got to accommodate the fact that it's got to go over a human head. Also, because I haven't got another Stormtrooper to hand, I can't actually measure the 2 figures, but I am led to believe that this figure has been made just slightly shorter than your standard Stormtrooper, obviously because Luke isn't as tall as the other Stormtroopers. But looking at him there, he looks like a really nice figure. Standard Stormtrooper as per, but I'm afraid it fails on the head sculpt in my opinion. I just can't get past that. I just can't see Mark Hamill there at all. As I mentioned before, let me know in the comments what you think. But there he is. That is Luke Skywalker, the Death Star Escape action figure. Now, obviously, he does also come with one of these useless stands. So I did mention this stand before. So these come with the exclusive Black Series. And I did get one with my Jump Trooper, and I couldn't get the thing to work. So we'll just try it with this guy. And let's see if his ankle joints are strong enough. So we'll put his foot in there. And he does stand up, albeit a little bit wobbly. Maybe we turn the knee joint a little bit. Yeah. Again, these stands, I think they've got to rethink these stands. I don't think they're fit for purpose, in my opinion. I'm not going to go through the articulation of this figure because it is pretty much standard Stormtrooper. It's got all the usual articulation that a Black Series figure comes with. So I'll just leave you with that then, guys. Thank you very much for watching as per usual, and we shall see you on the next one.